15 games, Liverpool were leading the table, West Ham were 8th and Wolves were 11th, but there was only just a point between them. So 1 or 2 changes to the West Ham side, Brian, and a couple of notable omissions.
Yes, Billy Bonds is missing. He must have had some injuries. Unusual for him to miss too many games. Pat Holland come in, Kevin Locke come in.
And Jeff Hurst not there.
Jeff Hurst, I think Jeff had moved on to Stoke City by then. And I think I probably would have gone up front and with Clyde Best.
Pat Holland was a bit of a flyer, wasn't he, right wing?
He used to work really hard, he used to get good right foot, nice little runs down the right-hand side, get a little cross in for you.
Well, Bobby, what about this Wolverhampton team? Plenty of skill there.
Well, that big lad there, Steve Kindon, who eventually, he played actually for Burnley and before he went here to Wolves. A really tough, strong running player, hard to dispossess. At the back, Bernard Shaw, right back, quite steady. Mike Bailey in midfield, Francis Monroe, central defender. Jimmy McCalliogher, right-sided midfield player, good ball skills, also with chance of scoring good goals. And the main striker up front was John Richards.
Right, well, describing the action at Upton Park, Brian Moore.
So Wolves kick off in their famous old gold shirts, defending the goal to our left. They come here with only 1 away win this season, that was at Coventry. West Ham, meanwhile, unbeaten here at home. And it's Pat Holland forward now. To McDowell. Lampard. Holland. Moore. West Ham, of course, have not such fond memories of Wolverhampton. They lost 3-0 up there in August. Holland lifting it on, but quite comfortably there for Parks. Wagstaff, McCalliog. And McDowell fighting very hard and quickly there on that situation, and the throw going to Wolverhampton Wanderers. John McCall. Call again, turning it towards Kindon, but Kindon had strayed a yard or so offside, and West Ham get the free kick. Roy Ferguson back in the side, and now Holland. Double goal there, and it was as well that he did, because Ken Hibbett was there waiting for the slip, and it's Holland going on. Best, if anything, a fraction slow to react there, and Monroe gets it back to Phil Parks. Monroe, McCalliog, Bailey. Lampard in. Those characteristic sliding interceptions of his, and it's Tyler. Best played too far for Robson and far too casually, and McCalliog, but again to Lampard. Robson. Good goal-scoring record with 11 this season for West Ham. Moore, first time Best, that was better. Now for Brooking with a shot, and Parks going down as Brooking has failed to get it properly. A nice, incisive West Ham move that cut right through the Wolves. Robson and McDowell knocking each other off the ball, and at times this afternoon that is symptomatic of a little bit of lack of understanding there's been about West Ham's play. But here's Holland now to Best, and now to Brooking. And now McDowell right in there, plenty of them up. Even Lampard coming in to join in the fun. A good little cross there, Holland! Oh, and somehow Parks got there and denied Pat Holland what would have been his first goal of the season. Brooking let it run, and Tyler was behind him. Played now once more for Holland. And crossing it this time, Robson is there, but so too is Jefferson. McDowell letting one go! And a fine save again by Phil Parks from McDowell.
Well, I must say, 0-0 at half-time, but I mean, there were so many chances even there in that short space of action that we saw.
Yeah, there's still chances. Probably, I think Bobby Moore probably played just in front of the back four there. Patsy's gone wide left. And Dudley Tyler's come in on the right-hand side, who we signed from Hereford. But probably not flowing as well as what we could.
And it almost got their Best, no!
There's a lot of half chances at the moment, isn't there?
Yeah,
but West Ham always seem to try to get wide.
Yes.
And they've got wide a few times, no balls in, looking for Clyde Best. And funnily enough, the best chance fell to Pat Holland, and he didn't take it. But it looks as though something's going to happen soon. There seems to be a lot of pressure on the Wolves defence now.
Start now to the second half, floating it in there once more, and that time Park's gathering it comfortably. Dowles. West Ham continue to press forward. Tyler. Brooking. Still with Brooking. Bailey right there with him, but he crossed that well. Best is back there. Holland hoped to go in. Moore. And it bounced badly for Wolves, and they were all over the place there. Holland. And the whistle had gone for a free kick. There was an obstruction there by a Wolves player. Moore to Best. And now to Brooking. Robson hitting it on the turn, but straight into the arms of Phil Parks. Oh, misunderstanding there, and hit it with a shot! Oh, and he hit the crossbar! And Kindon couldn't get the rebound, and Ferguson could. Tremendous shot there against that West Ham crossbar. Robson. Play on, says the referee. In fact, he changed his mind there, the referee. I had a quick look at him, and he had the... Well, that's incredible, because he had a whistle in his mouth, and now he's giving a Shaw lecture. If he's got to give him a lecture, that's got to be a free kick. Lampard turning it in. And now Robson turning it back, and a goal! But there was a deflection, so Wolves had none of the luck there. And Robson puts West
Half
Ham
chance,
into
Bobby.
the lead.
Here he is.
With 10 minutes
This
to
is what
the
he's
second
good at.
half.
Little half chance. Doesn't think about it twice, you know. I've got to take it and on the turn, quick knock into the bottom corner.
Tyler.
This is what this lad was really good at.
And in fact, you were really good at it that season, because you scored
And
28
McGarry.
goals that season, Pop.
Yeah, that was one of my best seasons, and really enjoyed it.
Well, he kept it in, but only
As
to the
Bobby said, I
convenience of
think you've got to
Monroe.
take it early if you can, and
Yeah.
if you can get them on the volley, it catches people by surprise.
It's Hibbett.
Yeah.
But I mean, you were always looking for the opportunity to score, weren't you?
Well, I was lucky. I lived on the end of a terraced house, and I had all the gable wall to hit against with right foot and left foot.
Well, there you are, as you're watching it. You see that strong run against Steve Kindon, Bobby.
Yeah, well, he's a really strong runner, Steve Kindon. I mean, the number of times that he used to brush off defenders. You see, they're trying to get into him, but he's so fast and powerful. And he gets on his right-hand side, they give him a look at the goals, and he's going to finish it off. That's what he was really good at, running from deep at you. Big, powerful, weighty player. And he used to brush defenders off who they were really frightened of him. He was a dangerous player at that time, I remember well.
But you must have been aware of that threat, surely.
Difficult to stop when they're running at that pace and that power, and you obviously had to try and get into him early, but once he's built up that kind of speed, difficult.
Pass that gave Bobby Moore no chance, but Tyler taking the rebound, still with Tyler. Played back there for Brooking, and Bailey bringing it again for Wolves. Hibbett down and hurt. And away goes Richards now. Played there for Wagstaff. Will he let one go? Onto that right foot, it had a chance there. Kindon, who's already scored one. And again! Yes, indeed. In fact, the referee was in a little bit of a doubt there and looked at the lines.
So quick he didn't
All that
realise it
power
was in.
again.
And I think...
Yeah. He hit it so hard that I think most people didn't realise it had gone in, you know, because it was from such a wide angle, but he hit it inside the far post. You watch everybody.
And that puts Wolves
Very well, didn't he?
2-1 into the lead. Both of them now.
Well, that flew.
Terrific, powerful shot.
Yeah. Oh, he was a strong
It's
lad.
with Ayres. Got his cross in well. Holland was right there. Best through. And Holland over. Well, the chance was there for Clyde Best. And fractionally it was there for Pat Holland as well. And with 6 minutes to go, when you're 2-1 down, it's the sort of chance that you badly want to make count. Tremendous burst of speed there by Steve Kindon. And it needed a brave piece of play by Ferguson as well. Richards knocking it back, Kindon turning it in. And no more than a foot wide for what would have been Steve Kindon's hat-trick. Wonderful acceleration there by Steve Kindon. McDowell. Calliope. Wolves now with a lot of players back, determined now to preserve the 2-1 lead that they've fought for, having been a goal down. Wagstaff. McDowell. Holland. Best back for Lampard. A little over a minute to go now. Brooking. Played for Bobby Moore. Deep cross again there towards Holland. Turning it in there for Brooking. Great header by Trevor Brooking.
Well, that was a great goal, Pop.
It was an excellent knock back across the face of the goal, and an excellent diving header from Trevor. I only remember him scoring another diving header, and that was in the cup final against Arsenal. But
Is it quite best that puts it back?
I tell you, what a time to score. About a minute from the end to an equaliser coming just at the right time.
I don't think we'd ever had control of the game. It was always end-to-end, and there was a lot of positional changes, and we never had complete control of the game. And obviously, it's a good time to score just a minute from the end.
It was exciting, though, wasn't it?
Oh, very exciting.
Lots of
absolutely wonderful to watch.
Great stuff.
The pitch looks a bit better there as well, doesn't it?
Well, it was November, so it was a difficult time, and the full winter's force had not hit it by that time, I suppose, Pop. But it was a problem, the West Ham pitch, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was a little... near the stand side there was a little bit... it was always quite heavy. But it's nice to see it in decent condition now.
Well, there we are, 2-2. And I suppose justice was done, because you hadn't played badly enough to lose 2.